Same set, or same, whatever it's called. Same players, grand finals. Wait, different players, grand finals. What? I thought Deadpool made it back. I didn't watch this. I was asleep. The winners finals happened at like 2:20 in the AM. Okay, cool. So we get to see Fairy. The other thing to know about a matchup like this is that Fairy's punishes with Far Light are quite bad, right? Because her Far Light doesn't lead into anything. You don't get anything off of it. So her ability to deal with Lancelot's pressure is pretty brutal, especially if he is out of range of her close light. So if you don't ever have what's it called? If you ever have like pressure that puts you in a range, or a move that puts you in a range where her close light can't come out, it's pretty rough for her to punish or do anything about it. So you can take risks, I think, that normally you might not take against other characters. Yeah, you can roll that. DP there from Lancelot is really good, right? Because it gets you out of the GG mix-up. Yeah, I see her standing light there. I mean, what do you get, right? Standing light, it's like, So if you're Kizzie, you can take risks with slide. You can take risks with DP. You can do like stuff to get in because it's like, all right, well. Yeah, if he sees GG there, he should do the EX lunge or regular lunge if he wants. And if he sees the whip, then he should roll. That's what you need to be doing against Fairy, I think. Yeah, it's confirmed. He's got super too. Yeah, as long as she doesn't get hit there, that's like you're pretty safe, right? So just wait it out, block, let him do the EXDP out of there. Yeah, Ryan, I'm sure there's an answer to it, but I don't expect that. Yeah, that is also really good, I think. I don't expect that he knew her at this point. Of course. Her Far Light right there is it. I need to see. That's one thing I didn't see a lot of against Fairy. I need to see more rolls on the EX whip. Yeah. In situations like that where you know he's going to fast fall low, you just block button and block low, and it shouldn't be that bad for you. Wow, really? That really goes under that? Fuck this character, actually. Hey, fuck this character. This character's mad cheat.
It's so difficult to track Lancelot. As soon as he goes airborne, and when he lands, he just recovers so quickly to get that low. You're like, what happened?
It's cheap ass character. Cheap is not thinking musty prongs. Hey, thanks very much. Wow. Kizzie actually teched Irongod's throw on accident, trying to initiate his own, I think. Yeah, this is a really bad spot. She's got DP. See, second Rekka. First Rekka that time. Challenges, but to what, right? He doesn't really get anything off of that. He just hit light and was like committed to already getting out. Yeah, he canceled off the clash. I think he probably didn't expect it. I think if Lancelot cancels into 5A there, there's nothing she can do, right? That was a mistake. If you cancel into 5A, she probably has nothing. His 5A is 5 frames. This is why in a matchup like this, when you see the fast fall, having a character where the crouching heavy is quite, yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about with the counter hit combo. Having a range where your crouching heavy will hit above you or on the ground if he does fast fall is really useful. Oh. His Wednesday night fights from last week.
Slowly dissecting what kind of options that Irongod has on defense.
Oh, I like that. Saw that it was fake too, that he could use EX dash in.
That's it right there. He knows that Irongod likes to late tech instead of pressing a normal. Right, so he's taking full advantage of that with the overhead. And once he gets the lockdown,
5A is just standing A. Standing light. Nice, that was a good challenge. You can tell Irongod is trying to wait for the teleport now. Yeah, so in situations like that where Lancelot is doing a fast fall, it's really nice if you're a character who has like Gran, who has like a crouching heavy that hits pretty far above your head. Or any character that has an uppercut, because I think if you ever see that situation, or if he ever does EXDP, like having a one button DP or having a crouching heavy that hits high above your head is really good. Super good.
So many low 2Ls coming out right now. Frame trapping Irongod over and over. Kizzie is about to look very dominant.
Yeah, right there. Anytime you see that low mix up, you should always do that. You should always just hit block button.
That's tough. It's tough to punish that from that far. The slide is just perfectly spaced because the K again showing this.
Yeah, I mean, she EXDP's out, but now it's on cooldown, right? And so, like, he doesn't have it for this pressure series. So you just gotta wait. Take the knockdown. Oh, that was a bait. He tried to bait the DP. But, like, you know, this is the rough spot you put yourself in, right? Oh, sweet Jesus. That was so unnecessary. The first bait worked. This bait already worked, right? Like, the throw was already out there. Then the DP punished it anyway. Yeah, I like LMH. But some people like ABC.
Hey, Kizzie, if you saw that, would you have blocked it? Nope. Definitely not.
Mid-round, the commentator's asking questions, answering by just shaking his head, showing exactly how focused he is.
Hey, bro, you win this shit, I'm buying you another pizza at Josh's. You feel me? We in there.
Doesn't react.
Yeah, I like LMH. Light, medium, heavy sounds better to me than ABC, but you know, it especially saying it. I don't know if it's a big problem when I type it, but saying it is the hard part, right? Light, medium, heavy sounds better to me than ABC. Mm-hmm. Try to hit a button after the first Rekka. It's over. Oh, missed the combo. Doesn't matter.
Another counter from Kizzie K. Looking very, very slick at tournament point.
Yes, he is one game away from taking it all home right now.
Bringing us all some tacos after this. Let's go, Kizzie. Irongod still has a chance.
Yeah, that setup wasn't that scary. I think he's really scared of the DP, right? Yeah, Ryan. Watching this, I was like, man, this looks brutal. I actually feel a little bad for Fairy in this. Like, watching this, I'm like, damn. Especially right there when you block slide, like, and she gets standing light. You're like, okay. Oh boy. See, that's when any other character, I think, who doesn't have her, like, slow crouching heavy just hits a high crouching, like Gran or Catalina hits crouching heavy. I think that's what I would do, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm with you, Ryan. I need to see an anti-air before I feel bad. It's hard though, right? Like, I think it's oh yeah, install super. It's pretty hard to anti-air this character. Like right there, yeah, jump back, but it's pretty hard to anti-air him without committing and dying. No. Okay. When he's gonna do the fast fall, you should just commit to the crouching heavy. If you're most characters, maybe not her, but most characters crouching heavy is fine, especially if it hits behind your back. Ran up dodge slide just haunted my like nightmares, and I know it's because I'm gonna get hit by it. Her anti-air on that seems kind of hard actually. It also doesn't help that he's like Gran, and he has a 5-frame close and far light. Should be dead, right?
Look at this, a near perfect. That's actually. No, there's too much.
Yeah, there's a ton of scaling on this. Yeah, chip on the next thing he does. Yep.
Perfect.
7 perfect letters, and that is going to be a Kizzie K. Is your 80-man.
I've never played against Lance yet, but I don't know if you have a 1-button DP. So here's the problem. If you try to 1-button DP Lance when he does the fast fall to the other side, your DP will miss a lot of times. The other thing is, if you try to crouching heavy when you see the fast fall in reaction, sometimes he hits the ground too fast, and you won't hit him, or his button will come out or whatever. The other thing about fighting Lance that you would think that Photon dropped the big 10 months. Thanks very much. You would think when you see him do the EX teleport or the EX DP up, you should just do your 1-button DP to stop it right away. He can just like float over you, and then the DP misses in front of you, and then he gets a punish on the other side. What I do when I see that option from Lance is I hit crouching heavy with Gran into quarter circle forward light, or quarter circle back light. So what ends up happening is if he stays in front of me, I get crouching heavy into whiff Rekka into whatever, right? If he's in the air. If he ends up on the ground, I get crouching heavy, hit Rekka, oh, it hit, second hit, and I get grounded punish. If he goes behind me, I get crouching heavy fireball, right? I'm like, okay, cool. Then he has to start doing regular jump or other follow-up options, and then it's like, okay, well, then I have to change up my timing after that. I think rolling is also a decent option, yeah, when you see it. The problem is, like, you just kind of have to switch between everything. Also, when he's going to do fast fall, you should mash light, light, light. That's my advice. If you know he's going to do fast fall, mash light, light, light. Because what'll end up happening is he'll teleport down, and then instead of just sitting there and blocking, you should just do light, light, light and beat it. Or at least trade or something, you know. That's what I do a lot of the times too. I either hold down plus block button, so the left right's not a mix-up, or I try to light, light, light if I know it's early. But what I wanted to show is a lot of people are not talking about Lancelot, I feel like, on the West and how good he is. He's a really good character. Lancelot's super strong. You know, I feel like a lot of people get lost in talking about Fairy or Gran or Catalina, and then they forget about characters like this, or La or, you know, even Charlotta, almost. You got to fight a good Lancelot to see how degenerate he is. His Rekka pressure is probably some of the strongest stagger pressure in the game, and his slide is extremely good, and his EX lunge is like ridiculously good. It's really hard to punish. You can space it out really well.